Number 10 is Telatalk, Tokyo E.
AB- we out here.
AB- with the new beloved braids looking like Pusha T's Dominican cousin.
You already know what it is. I'm going to tell y'all off rip, LeBron got more schools than he got rings in Cleveland. You heard it here first.
What? He only got one school, nigga? What the fuck?
Hold on. But yeah, we back, episode 10. We made it through 10 long weeks. I know y'all been listening to
I just
us.
noticed that every episode is going to determine how long we've been doing the podcast. I just noticed that we only do one podcast per week because I'm so used to everybody doing like five podcasts. I don't know how people do five podcasts a week. That's too much.
I barely want to be here now, but you know that's a story for you. That's a story for you here, neither here nor there. But yeah, LeBron opened a fucking school.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess we're gonna start that off with not your GOAT, but my GOAT. LeBron James opened up a school.
That's crazy.
For all the kids in Akron. I think he opened it up in the same neighborhood that he used to live in. So
in the Cleveland area?
Yeah, in the Akron area, because he's from Akron, Ohio. Damn. So I've never been to Ohio, so I don't know how that shit works. But the way it looks like is like they claim it just like how people claim where we're from and shit like that. They claim the city.
People rep Akron, Ohio. Like
yes,
that?
they do.
Do you think they got a set? They got a gang sign?
Every city has gangs.
That's crazy.
The second biggest gang, like highest gang activity besides California is Little Rock, Arkansas, nigga.
That makes sense.
It's mad gang banging in Little Rock, Arkansas.
That makes sense to me. Isn't that like the meth capital of the United States?
Nah, but it's a lot of gang banging, like that's real crazy. Deal. Blood Crips gang banging, my nigga.
I mean, Bloods and Crips existing outside of California doesn't make sense, but we'll talk about that another day.
I don't know. Shit spreads like it spreads anyways, nigga. But yeah, back to LeBron.
LeBron got a school.
With the school.
Whose goat is this?
Stop. But
that's the real
LeBron compared to y'all GOAT, Michael Jordan, which lets y'all niggas kill each other over shoes and doesn't even make a fucking statement about it, let alone give money back to the neighborhood.
I read a story that Michael Jordan was at like some camp and someone bet him, it was like, hey, if you miss 3 shots, you got to get every kid here a pair of
shoes. Yeah,
he made all of them.
He switched all of them. I seen the video. They got a video of that shit. He switched all of them. Hilarious. He switched every jump shot, my nigga. Like you could have missed and got them little niggas some shoes. I know. Because you have to pay to go to those camps anyways.
Yeah, and it's not gonna cost him anything.
But I'm saying you have to pay to go to those basketball camps anyways.
It was a basketball camp.
Yeah, it's a basketball camp.
It was like a summer camp for like.
I think it was a basketball camp. But alright. So going back to that LeBron shit. So all the things that come with like the school is so you get free tuition to go to the school, you get free uniforms, a free bicycle and a helmet. If you wear the helmet, you're a schmuck.
True.
Free transportation within 2 miles.
Brain damage is cool, kids.
All right, stop, kids. My generations didn't wear helmets. Y'all niggas wear helmets because if you can see anything from my generations, there's a lot of dumbass niggas from my generations.
Yeah,
maybe helmets could help them niggas.
We didn't wear helmets, and we got people agreeing with this. She was on.
Alright. Free transportation within 2 miles, free breakfast, free lunch, free snacks, food pantries for the families, GED and job placement services for the parents, and guaranteed tuition to the University of Akron for every student who graduates. So,
how do you get into the school?
I'm pretty sure it's just his own school, some shit like that.
That's pretty tough.
So, I'm pretty sure it's like his own school for the kids now, or whatever. The one thing I like the most is that shit that they help the parents out too,
and the food pantry and the free transportation. That's pretty.
Not cool. Even if you go to the University of Akron, you get a free fucking ride like the whole way. You don't have to pay for nothing.
That's awesome.
That's what I'm saying. Like your GOAT is a bum. My GOAT is the GOAT.
Yeah, but is LeBron sponsored by Hanes?
Get the fuck out of here with the fucking Hanes advertisement.
Hanes tagless. When LeBron has endless supply of white teas, you hit me up.
I think LeBron got enough money so he doesn't need to have.
LeBron drinks orange juice with pulp.
You don't like orange juice with pulp?
I do.
That's where all the fiber is at.
I do like orange juice.
I don't like orange juice with pulp. That shit's disgusting. Fun fact about me, I cannot eat oranges.
Why not?
I can't physically eat the whole orange.
What are you talking about?
The only thing I do is I get all the juice out of it and I spit it out. I can't physically eat that shit.
So like you were sucking on a lime or something?
Yeah. I'm a texture eater. That texture of eating a fucking orange is way too slimy. That's just gross, nigga. Like, ugh.
Alright, so LeBron offers your kid a full ride to the school, but you gotta eat an orange.
Nigga, the way this podcast is taking us, I don't have to worry about that shit no way. I'll pay for my own kid to go to fucking school, nigga.
Chill, bro. What if your son gets dunked on by LeBron's son? That's crazy.
If I have a son right now, LeBron's son's gonna be 15 years older than my son. What the fuck?
Can you imagine he dunks on your pregnant wife?
You know what's gonna be funny? What the fuck was that?
What?
He's dunking on my wife now? What the fuck?
Your pregnant wife.
So you know what's gonna be funny is that LeBron wants to play with his son in the NBA, so they want to be on the same teams. But they go on different teams, and LeBron Jr. dunks on LeBron.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be some crazy shit. Because there has been athletes who have played with their fathers. Ken Griffey played with his father. 2 other people played with their kids too. I forgot. I know there's 1 basketball player who played with their kids before too.
What if he crossed over his dad? That'd be insane.
I mean, by the time his son gets in, it sounds like 15 now. So like in 3 or 4 years, he should be able to be eligible to get in the NBA.
I mean, how long is his contract with the Lakers?
LeBron's 4.
Yeah, it can happen.
No, it's going to happen. You can put that on record right now. It's going to happen.
Is he good enough to get drafted straight out of high school?
I mean, his son's still young, but he's nice though.
Right.
The kid who I think is gonna like be good out of the parents, the NBA parents' kids, is gonna be D Wade's kids. D Wade kids actually, he's really good.
What about the Ball family?
The fuck?
Are they not the goats?
I mean, their show is hilarious though. I ain't even.
They got a TV show.
They got like a reality TV show.
Is it better than Chrisley Knows Best?
What's Christy Knows Best?
Is it better than Vanderpump Rules?
The fuck is Vanderpump Rules? Nigga, the only reality TV shows I've ever watched was like early Kim Kardashian joints.
Yeah.
Cause that shit was just hilarious. The bitch was just whatever.
Facts.
And Bam Margera's
Bam's World?
Yeah, nah, it's Margera something. But I used to watch that shit only for his uncle Don Vito, RP Don Vito, the GOAT.
Isn't that the nigga they would just beat up in the bathroom taking shits? No, that was his
dad.
It's
his dad.
They would beat up his dad.
Yo, them videos used to be the most hilarious shit. When he walks in the video, he's like, I'm Ben Margera, and I feel like kicking my dad's ass all day. So going though, I can take the shit and smack the fuck out of his bare back, bro. Like, only white kids could get away with that shit.
Absolutely. If LeBron Jr. did that to his dad, he wouldn't be in the league.
Fuck no, nigga. He said, I don't think LeBron Jr. would have the balls to do that. You see how big LeBron is, nigga? That nigga is Thanos compared to that nigga. That's like that is the first scene of the fucking of the Avengers movie of the Hulk getting beat by Thanos.
I hope they get his ass worked. But remember in the Bible, bro, homeboy Goliath got worked by a slingshot. So I think LeBron Jr. has
It's not a slingshot. It's called something else.
No, it's a slingshot with a rock.
Essentially, it's a slingshot, but they have a name for it.
I don't know. They were calling everything weird back then. They were calling homosexuality something else.
No, stop.
We have some other tip right now.
All right, so last week we forgot to talk about probably one of the best albums to drop this year. I would put it at number 2.
Number 2. What are you putting as number 1?
Nigga, Pusha T album. Pusha T album is still number 1 for me. But this is definitely number 2. But it's fighting for number 1 though. I listened to this album when it came out. It came out last Friday, right?
Yes.
So I listened to this album.
The 2
weeks before that? When was your pool party? Last week.
Yeah.
Alright, so last week is when it came out.
Alright, yeah.
So yeah, it came out last week.
So we didn't forget to talk about it. We
forgot to talk about it because it was on the docket, but somebody packed up their fucking laptop midway.
Call it a day, bro.
But I listened to the album maybe like 10 times that weekend. So I tend to do that to myself where I listen to the music too much. So then I don't want to listen to it after that. I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah, but you didn't have the problem with this album? Like, you wouldn't mind going back to it right now?
No, I don't mind going back to it. The thing is, I don't want to continuously listen to it, so then I don't want to listen to the album. Because there's records that I have that I don't like. Like, if I was in the car and a record came on that I listen to a lot, nigga, and I skip it, niggas be like, yo, you skipped the classic. Yeah, because I listen to that song like 800 times, man.
I do this all the time.
Like, for example, I was going to put the Find My Way, which is one of my burn CDs of the week, but we'll get to that later. The Find My Way Tribe song on there. I listen to that record maybe like 30 times this week. Like, when I find a good rhythm to how I'm feeling in the week, like a good beat that like plays a long time I'm feeling in the week, I listen to that record to like nonstop.
But the Internet album.
The Internet albums are.
It's not better than Ego Death.
It's better than Ego Death.
I don't think it is.
To me, they did it perfectly in the sense where they enhanced all their good parts of like what are they really good at.
I agree that
like their riffs.
Every member sounds better individually in this.
Their riffs, their bridges, their choruses, they sound really, really fucking good on this album.
Yeah, I feel like when there's special parts on a few of these songs where like certain members are given their chance to shine, like Steve Lacy on "Come Over," Matt Martian's on "Stay the Night," and like those parts are insane. Those parts are sick. But like I just feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because like Ego Death was the first album I waited to come out by them, and I was like, yo, this is. I was hyped for that shit.
Well,
So
we all have that. Damn, what's the fucking word of this shit where you listen to the music through a period of time, so then you say that it won't be better than that period of time.
I mean, you can say that's nostalgia or something.
Yeah, it's nostalgia. That's the word I was looking for. It's nostalgia. 1000% we get nostalgia for records that we like. Like, for example, nobody liked that, I wouldn't say nobody, but a lot of people didn't like the Cherry Bomb album. Tyler Cherry Bomb. That's
hard.
One of my favorite Tyler Creator albums.
That's top 2.
Like, the last album that he put out, Flower Boy, was a really good album. Like, I could listen to the album straight through, no skips.
It's not better than Cherry Bomb.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not better than Cherry Bomb. And it doesn't have enough replay value. You know how much times I played fucking Young? I don't know why, but I fucking love that song.
I feel like Flower Boy, it's only replay value if you play it front to back.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I have to put the whole album, but
with Cherry Bomb,
you had your specific ones that you like.
I could play the drums from Pilot on loop or the fucking Brown Stains just playing. Nigga, you the motherfucking man, huh?
Buffalo was a hard ass record. The joint with Pharrell on there, I forgot what that record's called.
Keep the O's.
That Pharrell verse is hard. Look, UFO ballin', skirt landed on the grassland, Adidas slants with the grassland, my pinky got a yellow Pac-Man. That shit is hard. That's a hard ass record.
Yeah, I'm nerdy, yeah, I'm swerving, yeah, you heard me. That shit is hard.
Right, that shit's a hard
This podcast
record.
is now a Cherry Bomb appreciation podcast.
Oh, 1000%. That Cherry Bomb album, I feel like that Cherry Bomb album is very, 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 very underrated. Very underrated.
It's probably got...
Matter of fact, fuck it. Since we're on the topic anyway, I'm gonna go through the album list right now and see. Like, I'm gonna play the song. Not play the songs, but I'm gonna like go back to this album because a lot of people do sleep on this album.
Bro, it's probably top 2 just because Smuckers exists on it.
Smuckers is super hard. He probably got one of the best Wayne verses in a long time. And I like the cover of that shit. Also, when he came for the concert over here, he had the boxes of the Cherry Bomb mask, and I took a whole box. Alright, so Def Camp, I like that guitar on Def Camp is crazy.
Buffalo's good. Pilot is a personal favorite of mine.
I like Pilot. I don't remember how Run sounds. Let me see.
Run is like, it's that thing with Toro and Mon.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite songs. Alright, keep it pushing. Yeah, but I like this album a lot because he had Roy Ayers on here, and Roy Ayers on the piano is ridiculous.
Yo, and
so the next song is Cherry Bomb, I think, right?
Cherry Bomb is like the really aggressive joint. It's got the Yeezus synth like right in the middle.
Oh yeah. I remember that record. That's a record that I normally skip. Blow My Low is hard.
Blow My Low is hard.
Two-seater is super
the transition from Blow My Low to Two-seater is fucking phenomenal.
I like... Two-seater is the one where... I think Two-seater is definitely the one where in the middle they do the...
when it blows, when your hair blows.
Yeah, that dude... That little like transition... I had that transition stuck in my head for the whole year. The Brown Stains of Dark... I'm not reading that whole thing because Todd fucking made that title for us to troll him. But that record's hard. Fucking Young is ridiculous.
Yo, Schoolboy Q on Brown Stains is amazing. And Fucking Young, it may as well be a Charlie Wilson song.
Charlie Wilson's so hard, though. Charlie Wilson's such a fucking... That's a classic.
That's a legend.
That's a legend right there. Smug is super hard. Fucking Young, we already said that shit. Fucking Young is probably one of my favorite songs.
Why don't they like me? Nike getting a lot of niggas checks, but I'm the only nigga that ever checked Nike.
That was a good bop by Kanye. Wayne's bop was really good too. I forgot what Old California sounds like.
It's just like a good outro track. That's like a super. Wait for Wayne.
Alright. Apple Music bugging right now.
I got you.
Alright. Yeah, that was a good album. I don't know what niggas don't like about the album. I like the album a lot. I think when you look later through Tyler's discography, that they're gonna be like, damn, we kind of slept on this one.
I think this and Wolf alternate between my favorite.
I like Wolf
like it depends on my mood, but like this album's a 9.5.
Is Wolf the album with her on it?
Is
it her? Is the name of the thing where he was like, her name is my password?
Nah, that's on Goblin.
That's on Goblin.
Yeah.
That record's so hilarious and so good at the same time. When he was like,
her name is my password.
He was like, when he was saying that.
I mean, he does use that line again in Wolf, but the song you're talking about is on Goblin.
Is this the same song where he was like, when they asked me about it, I said that she moved to Arkansas or some shit like that.
That's on Goblin.
And he was like, I messaged her on Facebook, saw her at a Wendy's making out with her old man. That's a classic record. I love that record. Like, at first I put that record onto Troll. Like, me and my brother used to listen to that record to Troll. We'll put it in the car when we were with a whole bunch of people just to troll. Yeah. And I started to like that song a lot. Because that song is really good.
But even back then, Tyler was still making good music.
I think my favorite Tyler record is that record where he talked about his grandma getting cancer.
Lone.
And he went, dude, that record is super hard, but it gets super sad at the end. That beat is ridiculous.
I'm gonna roll another one.
That beat is ridiculous.
Yo,
that beat is ridiculous.
If you don't take the time to listen to Tyler, please do. That shit is so good.
Tyler's super underrated. I feel like he's underrated to... when I say underrated, he's underrated to the mainstream. Like, but the people who love Tyler. Like, I don't think there's bigger fans than the Golf Wayne, Odd Future fans. Like, them motherfuckers are huge fans.
It's true. Like, they make plenty of memes of, like, they'll be like, oh, niggas are like Tyler dressed like this. And, like,
like fans and shit like that. Yeah, whatever.
But, like, Tyler makes good music.
Tyler makes really good music. Really good. Yeah. And Tyler makes really good music. And I can say this, besides Childish Gambino, I think he makes the best videos out of anybody in our generation. Damn. His videos are the best.
I wish I watched music videos.
You never watched any of his music videos?
I saw the one for
the Tamale music video is hard.
I like that one. I saw
the Buffalo music video is hard.
I didn't see the Buffalo one. I saw the one for Fucking Young.
Yeah, his music videos are very well detailed. He shoots that shit like a movie.
The outro of Fucking Young with Kali Uchis, that shit's hard.
That's why I like the Find Your Wings when he has the internet on that music video too. That record is hard. So keeping along with music, so let's get back to the Internet album. The Internet album was what, maybe like 18 records? It had a couple records on
16, 18, something
so
like that.
in a world where niggas is dropping 7 records, they dropped 16 good records. I don't think there was a record on there that I was like, I'm gonna skip this shit.
There's definitely none that are skippable, but there's some that I would rather like maybe not listen to.
Yeah, I mean on every, but I think to determine a really good album is like skipping is like, oh, this shit is fucking horrible.
Yeah, like if I'm like outright skipping it because I don't like the song, it has to be super bad.
Exactly.
There's a difference between like I don't want to listen to this right now and this is being bad. There's no bad songs on this.
No, there's no bad songs on it. My favorite song on this album is "It Gets Better with Time."
That was my favorite, along with "Stay the Night" and "Come Over." I
really love those 4 tracks that they put out. Like it fits really well in the album. That "Come Together," "Roll," "Burbank Funk," "Come Over," and "Lottie Dottie." I like "Lottie Dottie" a lot. If this is what I'm thinking of. This record's hard.
Or La-di-da.
So yeah, I like the album cover too. They didn't tend to like.
They kept it clean with that.
They signed to Tyler, right?
Are they signed?
I think they signed to Tyler. Yeah, Tyler got a label. Off Future.
He's still running Off Future?
Well, I think maybe he switched to Golf Wayne,
but yeah.
I don't know, but I know Tyler helps them with shit though. So apparently they signed a Columbia Records. So yeah, maybe they just Clancy just has them on their own thing.
Probably.
Tyler doesn't seem to me like he was signed like his friends. Like Tyler doesn't seem to me like that industry niggas were like, since y'all niggas was hanging out with me, I'm gonna make money off of you. Because he could have done that with a lot of niggas like Staples and.
Yeah, I feel like he's still like probably ahead of it, but he probably hands over the reins to somebody else right now. Like, I have no idea who'd be running that shit.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he does get that finder's fee shit. The music business is a lot of just like grimy niggas trying to get paid off for doing things that they have no involvement in, but.
Oh, that reminds me of the Leor interview that happened on the Breakfast.
Oh, I watched this this morning.
Yeah, well.
What about it?
It's just trash. It's a trash. This is a grimy ass dude.
I mean, come on, son. Like Dame Dad, I've been telling niggas for a minute. Y'all niggas better listen to Dame. Dame is just misunderstood because how he vocalizes things. Is the tone that he vocalizes it is that people aren't gonna listen to you when you speak in that tone because it's more like a yelling tone or whatever.
It's like Joe Budden.
But yeah, exactly. But if you watch the Last Days documentary that they made when the Last Days of Rockefeller, he goes in there and he shows you like, all right, like he knew what was going on. So to break it down to you, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this video. So he walks in there, he was like, how the fuck you having a meeting about my artist and not invite me in? And so basically what they did in Def Jams, they had a venture with Rockefeller Records. So they had a 50-50 with Rockefeller Records. So they weren't under Rockefeller Def Jam. They were partners with Def Jam. So anytime that a meeting was held for Jay, the Rockefeller team was supposed to be in. So he came in and he was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how y'all gonna have a meeting without me? But he's yelling. Yeah. And then niggas is getting scared and he's calling niggas like fat boy and shit like that. It's funny. And he's right. Yeah, he's right. He's right more than not that he's right. He's right about a lot of shit in the music industry. I don't know Lior to be a fucking like a culture vulture or anything, but
nah, I wouldn't say that.
No, that's what Dame's like. That's what Dame says, that he is a culture vulture. He's getting paid off of something that he doesn't contribute to. Dame said that he contributed nothing to Rockefeller, because like anything they could have done, they would have done without them. Is what he's saying, and they like to take credit for the shit that they did at Rockefeller. Like for example, they said like the Backstage concert. You can watch. I think Backstage is still on Netflix, documentary too. So that's that was a concert that had DMX. All Rockefeller, Redman and Method Man were openers. Redman and Method Man were openers on that fucking shit. That's how you know it's a crazy ass. So I think they had Jai on there too, Jai Rule. So this is all that time where all these people are like at their, I wouldn't say at their peaks, but they're all like super big at that time, and they all had a fucking a concert at that time. Like now, you'll never see a concert like that.
Nah, and if you do, it's a festival.
I think the only person that used to do that by themselves, I'll give him his credit on that shit, is Drake. Because Drake had a concert where it was Rocky opening, Kendrick, and then fucking Drake.
What the fuck was this?
Or he had The Weeknd, Party, and then Drake.
Oh, you know who's doing this right now?
Who?
J. Cole. You know who he got on his tour?
Yeah, I saw it was fucking Jaden Smith and somebody else.
Young Thug.
No, Young Thug.
That's a fucking lineup.
It's because he knows what the fuck he's doing.
J. Cole?
Yeah, he's tying it back to the whole fucking album. You getting Young Thug to go on the album, which is like basically what he was talking about on the album, and then you get Jaden Smith, the super woke young nigga. He knows what he's doing. He ties it all back. It's good. It's good.
Then he's brought people that are signed to him, the Earth Gang kids. The group.
Who the fuck is Earth Gang?
They're like a duo, and they're signed to Dreamville.
He signed a new. She's not new, but I played some of her records already before. It's
Dawn?
I think her name is Ali Lennox.
I have no idea.
She makes good records. She has a record with Kaz, I think it is. I know he's on Dreamville too. It's Backseat. That's a really good record.
I don't know. Honestly, I've only been listening to Sheck West recently.
Oh my god, dude!
Bro, Sheck West, like, I thought he just made like turn up music. I started following this dude on Instagram. He's a real ass nigga, bro.
I'm telling you, I said this months ago. I followed Sheck West. He's just a cool New York nigga. That's why I like. It's different when
I feel like he'd rather play basketball than be a rapper.
Yeah, I think he wanted to play ball, but I think he like broke his ankle or some shit.
That's crazy.
But the thing is with me is the New York rappers who can't like really like rap lyrically rap is what I'm saying, are just cooler than any other rappers. Like the rappers that are from down south and shit like that, they don't really be cool like New York niggas be cool. Like, it's a different mystique around, like, Bobby Shmurda, for example. Like, Shmurda couldn't, like, really rap like that, but I bang with Shmurda hard.
Free Shmurda every day.
Yeah, free Shmurda.
I totally get what you're saying, because I feel the same way about 6ix9ine. Like, he don't got the best rapping ability, but I can't even say this with a straight face.
Exactly. I was waiting for you to go off.
It's not just a cool dude, bro.
Yeah, so, yeah, the Internet album, I'd say the album was a really, really good album. Yeah. I think that's their best album so far. 1000%.
I still think Ego Def is better. Maybe I'll change my mind, but I think this Internet album is like a 7.5.
I think it's better fit for me because I like how they used the instrument this time. I think Thing was a lot more slower. Ego Def was a lot more slower.
I like that. I mean, I've been listening to mad chopped and screwed music recently.
See, nigga, you been hanging out with my brother a lot.
Yeah, he's been playing that in the car.
But Ego Def has a lot more love records. This has a lot more introspective records.
Damn, I mean, I was in a relationship at the time, and now
exactly, it's a nostalgia thing.
It's the timing of everything.
I was fucking with somebody during Cherry Bomb, so like the sounds of Cherry Bomb, and like the pianos and Charlie Wilson and I forgot who else he had on there. Charlie Wilson, and I know I said the other person's name earlier.
You said the Roy kid, right?
Yeah, Roy Ayers.
And then August Feinstein, and even Sid is on there.
Yeah, and Kaliuchi. That tone just fit very well for like what I was like, what type of vibe I was in, what I was going through at that time. It just fit perfectly for that time.
Especially, if you ever just hear the intro to Two Seater, it just puts you in a good mood.
Dog, that intro's so good. That reminds me of.
Get up here, girl.
Nah, that's just like to me that's just like a continuation to You Remind Me of My Beamer. That's the fucking, because I used to be one of probably my favorite Tyler song before.
Perfect two-seater.
Yeah, that song was hard, and I like that the premise of that song was that he was recording that while he was driving, and when if you don't notice at the end of that, like while he plays the song, is him getting in the car, and you can hear the car in the background. I really like that shit. That's what I'm saying. Tyler's very detailed. Like if we had to put Tyler in a space of clothing, I would say he's a Margiela. He's very detailed, but underrated. He's very, very, very detailed.
You heard it here first.
This nigga.
Album. A lot of albums are dropping tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of albums dropping this week. Astroworld is the biggest album that's coming out.
No, it's not.
Out of all these albums that are coming out, what album is bigger than that?
Mac Miller's.
I didn't know Mac Miller's dropping. It's not on the docket. But Astroworld is the album that more people are waiting for, because everybody's been waiting for the Astroworld album.
Can't relate.
I won't say anything about it because I don't like to cast aspersion on shit before I actually have an opinion on it. But Travis Scott is just Travis Scott. Like I'm pretty sure there'll be a couple records on here that I would really like. But the last album that I liked a lot out of Travis Scott was Days Before Rodeo.
Yeah, like if Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight didn't exist, I'd be way hyped for this, because that kind of put me off Travis a lot. Yeah,
there were some records on that I like. Like I don't think Travis will make a whole thing of the songs that I don't like. Like he's talented. The thing is, like I've said on here before, is if you give everyone your sound, then you become the norm of the music industry. So you sound like everyone else because you gave everybody your sound.
I hope that doesn't happen to Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty Dolla $ign, super underrated.
Yeah, but he's been getting all these features.
But Ty Dolla $ign is Ty Dolla $ign is very, 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 very talented.
Yeah,
like production wise,
special. Like when he comes on, it sounds like
production wise.
But Travis is the
melody
same thing.
wise, chorus wise, not because I think Thing plays actual instruments as well. I think then what the fuck are we talking about right now?
Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty Dolla $ign. Yeah, excuse me, I'm feeling a little under the weather of lately.
This guy.
Not for real.
I said under the weather.
Dude,
we're always under the weather if you think about it.
Alright, stop. I don't know what the fuck I ate this weekend, but I think I got food poisoning or some shit. I was sweating like a fucking slave yesterday in the car. I was about to pass out. This nigga's gonna make me come mad shit this week.
Alright, so we got
so Astroworld's coming out. That cover art was weird to me.
You think it's weird? I think it fits the album, but I like when there's a weird / controversial album cover, because then people make really.
Well,
cool
I don't know why it's controversial.
Not controversial, like people are talking about it, like they either hate it or they like it.
Yeah, I just don't get it. It's not that I hate it or like it. I just don't get it. I mean,
it's just like the interest of the theme park.
Yeah, that's why it kind of seemed like it was, but I think there's like a back layer to that.
I don't know.
They've been doing a lot of covers, like the Kitsy Ghost shit and the KOD, and then this.
The Kitsy Ghost one makes sense, and I can't hate on the KOD one because I know the artist. Yeah, like I don't know what it is. Like I guess everybody's trying to be the leader of the new school now, or some shit. I don't know. We just gotta get Daytona covers, just grimy ass pictures. Bring the pictures.
That's
back.
why I like Push. In this era of the music that's being made, Push stands out like a sore thumb, my nigga. Like he stands out.
Crazy. But
nobody else makes music like Push. You can't name one other rapper that makes music like Push.
Malice.
Nah, stop. I wish Malice was still rapping.
No doubt. But yeah. Just recap of albums. We got Astroworld, Stay Dangerous, and Mac Miller's Swimming album, all coming out tomorrow.
We also got her album dropping. She's dropping an EP. Apparently, she's gonna drop an EP. That's probably the most exciting shit I'm here for.
You think so?
I'm an R&B nigga. I know, like her is ridiculous. Like she's super ridiculous. I know what I like, and that R&B. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna really like that.
I'll have to check this one out because when I go through her shit, I wasn't always like impressed. I feel the same way about Daniel Caesar. I think Daniel Caesar is boring.
For real?
Yeah.
I like Daniel Caesar a lot. I like Daniel Caesar and her a lot.
Like I wouldn't say
they make some really good music, man.
I think Daniel Caesar is a little too subdued for me.
But that's his thing, though.
Yeah, I guess. But like, I guess it's not for me.
If he made like upbeat records, I'm
not even talking about upbeat because Sampha doesn't make upbeat music at all. But
Sampha's all. But speaking of Sampha, where the fuck has Sampha been?
Bro, he dropped Process at the top of the year last year.
No way.
Process came out last year in like January, February.
Fuck no. That album feels like it came out like 2015, my nigga.
You told me that album came out the same year as like what came out in 2015?
Process.
That's fucking. Nah, that's 2016. Blank Face came out. Damn, bro, it's 2018.
Yeah. I was thinking about that shit recently. It was like, yo, remember... Like, I'm not trying to say it like to slide him on anything, but Q was on top for a minute. Like, really, really on top when
Oxymoron was
when
out.
Oxymoron was out.
Well, so was Blankface a miss?
Blankface wasn't a miss, but
I don't think it propelled him upwards anymore.
Nah, he did what he wanted to do on Blankface. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot more gangbang records rather than
Collard Greens
and shit like that. Like, he was
Hell of a Life.
And he don't be on Snap no more. Like, that nigga was heavy on Snap. That shit was hard. Q was my favorite follow on Snap.
And he hasn't been out there with the features either. So
that just means he putting out records right now, though. Yeah, he's definitely getting ready for the album.
I don't think Blankface was a miss, but I think it kept him on level. Like, he was like, yo, here's my shit. It didn't hurt him. It didn't hurt him. But it didn't raise his stock either.
It didn't do anything. It just like kept him at a plateau, which is good, though.
But that album's got some good songs.
No, that album definitely has some good songs.
Tuki Knows 2, Ride Out.
Is Tuki Knows 2 the same one where who's on that record?
Traffic and his other friend.
Who's the other dude on that record?
I don't know, but he says I got a Benji button like Brad Pitt.
His verse was the best verse on that record. His verse was ridiculous.
Pay pals for the cell.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Like that, he was definitely. Well, I couldn't even find the sample album to be honest, but I don't remember that shit coming out last year.
That sample album was really good.
It was really good. That No One Loves Me Like a Piano song.
Yeah.
No One Knows Me Like a Piano.
No One Knows Me.
That song is sad as fuck. But it's one of those songs that are super sad that you want to replay. Like, you just want to be sad within that time.
Like, it really. That's the best way to describe it. Like, yo, let me get sadder. Like, if you're already sad, you put that shit on, you're 10 times sadder.
Like, I don't get sad by many records. Probably like that Sanford record and then
6ix9ine's Billy.
Nah, Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel's This Can't Be Life is a super sad record.
Sad.
And then probably the saddest song of all time to me is the fucking Absol The Book of Soul record.
I haven't heard that record before.
You definitely have heard that record before. Hold on.
Is it off These Days? Or
no.
Is it off Control System?
It's off Control System. You've definitely heard that record. That record, look, if anybody wants to listen to that record is a really good record.
Don't play it. We play bad songs. We got the ill copyright.
I don't give a fuck.
Alright,
as long as it's under a certain amount of, like, we played that shit for like 16 seconds.
Alright, we good.
I don't give a fuck. Let me see.
While you're looking that up, apparently Nas is coming out with another album.
Nas is coming out with another album later. Like later in the... What the fuck? Is this album... Is Control System not on Apple Music? Oh, it is. Hold on. Yeah, but Nas is coming out with another album. The only reason I put that on the docket is because he didn't... Oh, it's called The Book of Soul.
The Book of Soul.
Yeah.
I don't remember this record.
Hold on.
The only thing I really remember about Absol is his rap battle with Daylight.
That shit was 14 minutes.
That
Nigga, you listen to that shit?
I heard they raising raisins on Grape Street.
You don't remember this record?
Oh, I know this song.
Yeah, this is the record where he talked about his girlfriend who committed suicide.
Yeah, it's just sad.
That record, probably one of the hardest lines on that record. Probably one of the hardest lines I've heard in a long time. That if somebody put it on Twitter, somebody would say it's fake woke. But in the context of that record, it's like it finishes at the end and it hits you at the end. He says at the end he was like, I never lied. I loved you in a place where there's no space and time. And I was like, damn, dog, that shit makes me sad as fuck.
He's got a sad life.
Well, not
sad life, but like he's been through a lot.
He has been through a lot. If nobody knows the Absol story, he has. Google that. Just listen to the album and Google that shit. He has been through a lot.
Is Control System his best album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These Days, I was in New York when These Days came out, and I listened to the album the whole time there. It's a good album, but Control System hits me at a different, like, I think that's nostalgia, because that's at the time of, like, I think Control System dropped in 2013, didn't it? So that's the time when Rocky dropped, Schoolboy dropped, Absol dropped, Kendrick dropped. That's when Kendrick dropped Mad City. I used to listen to Mad City every day in this computer class in high school. That's my senior year.
That's when Wolf dropped too, 2013.
It was a lot of that's 2013. That's when Childish Gambino dropped too.
Because the internet.
Yeah.
I think we just resonate with those because those are like our becoming of age albums.
Yeah, that's when I graduated high school. That's when I was out. Like that's when in my life I made a transition. Like throughout high school, like my first 2 years I was wild, and then I started chilling out on my last 2 years, and then I felt like those albums were like the next chapter to my life.
Yeah. Because
I was finishing school.
I feel like when albums come out now, I fucking listen to them in Germany headquarters, or I'm listening to them like in the car, and it's not the same impact on me.
That's the thing.
That's
if
why
an album
music is for the
impacts
kids,
me,
bro.
if an album impacts me now, it's a good album. Albums impact me still, but I don't think you're gonna be able to like to make. Like, I hate when people say that, like, oh, this was the best of that artist, like we talked about on here before. Like, that artist can't make you go back to when you was 15 and you heard that record and you was going through what it said on that
like,
record.
You stuck with that moment. Like, the best way to describe it...
That moment is attached to that record because that's what you were going through at that time.
Yeah, like, on Kids See Ghosts, I've seen a lot of people, like, on Reddit, on Twitter, like, young kids, they're saying that Reborn, it was like, when Kid Cudi's just like, I'm so reborn, I'm just moving forward, and, like, they really resonate with that. Yeah. But, like, for me... When I think of Kid Cudi and stuff that resonates with me, it's stuff from like Man on the Moon.
Man on the Moon.
And like
I still remember
Troubled Boy.
Yeah, I still remember listening to I think it's Man on the Moon. Is Man on the Moon 2 or 1 that has that Higher song?
I think that's the second one.
Yeah. So I never heard of Kid Cudi until I've heard of Kid Cudi because I know the Pursuit of Happiness records and shit like that. But I never listened to a whole record of his until my freshman year in high school. That's 2009. So I was in TV production class at that time. I used to be a kid that...
Shout out TV production.
It's a kid that used to be... those who don't know people, because there's a lot of people listening to us that are overseas. TV production is basically... it's like running a news. That's basically... You run the school news.
Like you do the morning show.
You do the morning shows and you run the school news. You're like
a... beat.
Yeah. So, there's this kid that I used to like be super cool with. So I was a freshman. He was a senior at the time. So you know at that time, you look up to niggas that are like seniors because at that time... You're still looking for yourself, but they already know what they are at that time.
Think about it. You're like 13, 14, and these niggas are like 18, 19.
Yeah, so he was like, yo, you never heard of Kid Cudi? So the nigga's name was like Chevy Escobar. That's what he used to tell us to call him.
Nigga's name is Chevy.
I don't know what his real name is to this day, and I always see him out. Shout out to you, though, if he listens to that. But he put me on to Cudi. So all I used to do in that class, because... at that time they had it on Dat Piff, the Man on the Moon on Dat Piff, but it was slowed. So it was a slow chapter school. So I used to listen to Higher probably every morning going into that TV production class. I probably got an F in that class because I listened to Man on the Moon so fucking much. And I didn't want to participate in none of that shit. Those who know, I don't like being in front of cameras. Those who know me, I like being in front of the camera. I'm not a front of the camera guy. If I was to become a rapper, I'll be doomed. You niggas won't know what my face looks like. Nah. Like, I don't like that shit.
It'd be like, see ya. Can't see ya.
Yeah, but that's the first time I listened to Man on the Moon. And dude, that shit resonated with me heavy listening to Man on the Moon. Like, really heavy. That album...
It's all about time and truthfully, age and moment.
Yeah, I think that through those growing years, like 15 to 18, not saying that you don't grow after that. Because a lot of people don't really find who they are as a person until they get like 25. I don't think I fully found myself as a person now.
I feel like now, like as an adult, like you gotta be either it has to be super relatable or you gotta be going through some shit that's relatable to. 15 through 18,
think of how much emotions you go through.
Facts.
Nigga, you catch a boner 1 second, you're sad the next second, you're happy the next second, some bitch breaks up with you the next second.
Yeah, her name is your password.
That could be... Yeah, Tyler definitely wrote that when he was still in high school.
Yeah.
Like... That could be all in one day. How much emotions you go through as a fucking teenager. Like, me as a teenager, I would never done a podcast. Somebody would tell me to do a podcast, I'd be like, go fuck yourself. Like, I'm not doing a podcast talking about fucking mics. Like, at that time, I barely talked to... I only talked to people I was cool with at the time. So...
Like, I don't even talk to my mom. Like, I love her. You think I'm talking to y'all?
Like, the escape of those teenagers is through music. Because at that time is when a lot of people feel like, you're not going through what I'm going through.
Yeah, you don't understand.
But when you grow up later, it's when you find out that you all go through the same shit. Yeah. Everybody shits, pees, bleeds, breathes the same way as you do.
You're a fucking herb, and you're not special. Lesson of the day.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's probably the thing that I learned the most, like going through high school. Everybody goes through problems. It's not just you. Everybody goes through problems. I think that's the things that resonates with kids the most. Is that like kids lash out because
they feel like it's just them.
If they feel like it's only them, that their life is only like that. But everybody, that's what Instagram is to me. Everybody's just showing that they have a great life, but everybody knows you have fucking problems. Like, that's what it is to me. That's why I don't like watching vloggers and shit, because like that's just corny to me. Like,
that's just a show. It's really a show. But at the same time, don't post videos of you crying. I don't want to see
Oh
that.
yeah, 1000%. If you post a video of you crying, they should delete your Instagram on spot.
Like immediately. Like it should be against terms of service.
You cannot be that emotional if you have time to pull out your phone and fucking record yourself crying.
Because you gotta pull out your phone, pick the right song to cry to.
Exactly.
and zoom in on your face.
Think how much times people cry and they crop that shit. Like, this isn't a good cry video, and do it again.
I'm like, I didn't get the right lyrics on this.
Fuck out of here. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Speaking of TV production, Master of None.
Oh, so that was a horrible transition.
Nah, that's a pretty good one.
Now it would have been a good transition if I didn't say that was a horrible transition. So alright, I have Master of None up here right now because I just finished watching season 2. That show is a really great show. The thing that really resonates with me with that show and Atlanta and stuff like that is that they are perfectly depicting what we're going through in this time frame of life, like perfectly doing it. I don't think there's a lot of TV shows that tell you how it was going through at that time. It's usually that they do a TV show in the future, looking back at that time. Yeah. Like, we are literally going through exactly what is going on. Like, in Atlanta, how much people you know that have friends who are trying to become rappers?
And it's just like that. I think what Master of None and Atlanta do best is that they capture the real, like, tenses and awkwardnesses of real conversation. It's like it's really like. It's
like Fresh Prince if they would have did all the stuff that goes on in the Fresh Prince live. Like, the times that he didn't get the girl. Well, they do that in Fresh Prince. Yeah. But, like, what's going on in his mind when he didn't get the girl? What's going on in his mind when that...
And like, they show why, and, like, how it didn't work.
Yeah, like, they'll show, like, to me, I counted for them to being comedians. So, in the comedian's mind, they... Because I listen to a lot of comedian shit. Joe Rogan, Tom Segura, Joey Diaz, the best comedian out. Dave Chappelle. Like, how they dissect things... Like, something that shouldn't be funny, they make funny. So, I think it's easy for Aziz and... Well, I wouldn't say easy, but I think it's, like, easier for Aziz and Childish Gambino to take what's going on right now in life and making it funny. Like, I don't think there's...
It's just they make things that shouldn't be relatable because it's not happening to you. Like... Super
but you know it's happening to other people. Yeah. That's what's going on, though.
Like,
that's the
thing. They make it a situation
like,
where like you could feel yourself in.
We're not rappers, but we know a lot of paper boys.
It's true.
And then
we know a lot of earns. We know a lot of niggas that are just trying to make it.
We know a lot of niggas like Aziz. Aziz and Earn are basically the same person, except one's black and one's Indian. But they're both minorities, but they go through things differently. Yeah. Because they see Indians differently from what they see black people.
Allora.
But that shit's hilarious. So on Master of None, the thing that I see on Master of None in Atlanta is like, there's no like laugh out loud moments like, oh, this shit is fucking hilarious. Nah. It's one of those TV shows that you'll probably laugh out loud like 5 or 6 times throughout a season, but it's a really good show. So it's like, the way that I like that shit is like, you know it's funny. It has a dark undertone, but you know it's funny. So it's kind of like watching a drama comedy. Yeah. But you know it's more comedy than drama.
What I like about it most is that, like, it's so real. Is that, like, you know, in, like, so many shows, like, the characters just, so many good things happen to them. But in, like, Master of None in Atlanta, like, something would happen and something terribly shitty would happen. And it's, like, back and forth. Like, it's always happening.
Like, if you haven't watched these shows, whatever, you can just, when you hear any of this shit, just skip through it. But, like, on Master of None, like, when he's trying to get the Italian chick, when he goes through the different women that he doesn't like, he goes through, like, it's so relatable because you know there's a lot of people that go on Tinder, where he does the Tinder dates and he goes to Tinder and nothing works. Yeah. And then you meet, like, the weird girls on Tinder and then the girl who just wants to be friends on Tinder. Like, I'm personally not on Tinder, but I know a lot of people who are on Tinder, and these are stories that they have. And then he gets the girl... And he's with the girl for 2 years, and then he figures out at a wedding that he doesn't want to be with that girl.
2 whole years.
And then he finds out, then the girl from Italy comes back after he comes back from Italy, and then he's like, oh, this is the girl that I want, but she has a boyfriend, which has happened to me multiple times. And then at the end, they get together or whatever, but it's showing the progression of where things take time in the world. Like, you have to go through trials and tribulations to get to where you're trying to go. Yeah. The journey is more important than the end. Is basically what I get from those type of shows, is that you're gonna have a lot of problems, but the way I see it is like, if I put all the shit that went on with me in my life in a show like that, like, it'll be more relatable to me. Like, oh shit, that shit was funny. Yeah. Rather than me like dwelling on stuff like that.
Yeah. And what's good about the show is that in Atlanta and Master of None, from like they're each only 2 seasons in right now. from episode 1 of season 1 to the end of the last episode of season 2, years have gone by.
Yeah.
But they're still struggling through the same shit. It's just real life.
Yeah. And it's in the same similarities too that, and now in this world, a lot of people want to be either music artists or actors. And Aziz is an actor, and Paperboy is a rapper. And fucking, what's his name on the show?
What?
What's Childs and Gambino's name on the show?
Earn.
So yeah, Earn is trying to be the manager. Like, I feel like nowadays less people want to work 9 to 5. Yeah. Like regular 9 to 5. People want to do things that they're passionate about. So that's why I think that we're getting through in life like that. And then they each have like a character like each other. Like there's a Paperboy, there's a big funny nigga, Arnold Paperboy. But Arnold's just a extra character, and Paperboy is kind of like the main extra character on there. And then you have Darius,
who's just hilarious.
And then you have the black chick
Tracy. The black chick
from
the girl,
Denise.
Oh, Denise.
Yeah, so they have like playing parts like that, and then you have Childish Gambino's is a girl on the show. I forgot her name is.
I forgot her name too. I feel bad.
But you got her, and then you have the girl from Italy for Aziz Ansari. There's a lot of similarities in that. But the way they write and shoot that show.
But if you haven't seen either of these shows, watch them.
Yeah, that's definitely recommended 1000% to watch those 2 shows if you haven't watched them. Watch
them to the point in Master of None where you hear "Hey cuties" and watch to
that episode's hilarious.
And watch to Atlanta until you see the barbershop episode to decide if you like.
See, there's a few episodes where I'm like, that episode was completely hilarious. Like they put the episode in there to be like,
facts.
This I can write funny shit if I wanted to.
Like, yo, we can be funny if we want to. Because
that Italy episode is fucking hilarious, like 1000% hilarious, and that barber episode is 1000% hilarious too, because we know people like that.
Exactly.
Like that. If anybody, well, like I said, y'all should have skipped it anyways. That fucking barber episode is literally my fucking uncle. My uncle owns a barbershop. That's my uncle. He'll be the type of nigga to tell you, come in at 10, you won't get a haircut till 12, and then his brother will come with food at 12, and then he'll be like, yo, let me eat. And I'm like, yeah, I'll eat. I'll let you eat. But the thing is, you never leave your fucking barber because he knows your fucking haircut the most.
He knows your skull, bro.
Anytime I get a haircut that is not in the city that I'm from by my uncle, and I go get a haircut in another city, they always fuck up my haircut. You know why? Because I don't know what the fuck I get on my hair. Because this nigga's been cutting my hair since I was fucking 4.
Wait, you don't even tell him what to do?
He's like, yo, you want the same? That's it. That's it. Yo, you want the same? That's it. Last time, my cousin gets a fade and I get a tape blowout. So he was like, yo, you want the same? He confused us and he gave me a fade. But I get fades too, so like it doesn't matter to me. Like it doesn't matter.
Yo, you want the same?
That's why when I went to when he goes away and I go get a haircut, they're like, yo, what does he do to your hair? And I'm like, I have no fucking clue. This nigga's literally been cutting my hair since I was 4.
It's like, yo, just
I've been getting the same haircut since I was 4, except in time of high school when I had the boozy fade at that time.
You had a boozy fade?
1000%. I had a bald fade 1000%. All through high school. Probably like my sophomore year and my junior year, half my junior year, then I started getting back regular haircut.
We could have been homies. I had the boozy fade too.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did. This photograph.
Yeah, I have photos too. It's on Facebook. I'm gonna delete Facebook, but yeah. So that's why that episode's so relatable to me. If you haven't seen that episode, to give y'all some backstories, like he gets in, he has an appointment. He was like, "Wait, I'm not cutting your hair yet." So he goes and cuts his girlfriend's son's hair. And then after that, they go pick up lumber at a construction site. If those who don't know, people who don't own barbershops, my uncle owns a barbershop, so I don't know this part of it. But barbers have multiple jobs. Like, they're just a barber to be a barber, but they have multiple jobs. Like, there's people in the barbershop who sell clothes, Jordans, all this shit, like Gucci belts, all this shit. Like, they always have extra hustle. Like, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, just watch these 2 shows if you haven't ended
up. You want Zaxby's? Nigga, you know I love Zaxby's.
You like Zaxby's? You know I love Zaxby's. Don't play with me.
They gonna play with me. I love Zaxby's. That's for those who don't know what we're talking about, that's hilarious. That's a fucking hilarious ass part of that show. Any new show you watching?
Yeah. So the dude from Borat in those movies, he's got a show called Who Is America? And it's basically he's in a bunch of character roles. And he like actually gets real politicians and like real like people in authority, and like he tricks them into saying and doing wild shit.
What the fuck? Yeah, I remember watching. I think it was Borat 2. I was just coming back from Forgot what city I was coming back from at that time. Either way, I was on the plane. I was watching Borat 2. I don't know why the fuck I was watching Borat 2. It was a long ass time ago. I think I was like a sophomore, freshman at that time. So I remember I was watching that movie, and this is crazy how life works. Life always like works like this with me. So I was in Borat 2. My brother came to pick me up from the airport, and when I got there, Borat was on the TV. Well, I was searching through the TV on the living room. My dad was sleeping in the living room that day. He probably got in trouble with some shit. So I was switching through the direct TV. I was watching. I was like, oh shit, Borat's on. I left Borat 2 on, and I walked out. So in my living room, it's like a 60-inch TV, and then it's the couch facing like everybody's living room has a TV in it. So I walked back out when my dad wakes up in the middle of the night because he's getting some water, some shit. And the part of Borat 2, whoever's seen it, I think it's Borat 2, Borat 1.
When he's fucking the sumo?
Yeah, when he's fucking the fat dude. Remember the fat dude like wrestling there naked? Yeah. And my dad was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, nigga, I don't know, you're watching it. Like,
their dicks out and everything. It's basically the same thing, but with real people.
Yeah.
Like, he got, like, many politicians to, like, say that we should give guns to, like, preschoolers.
There's a lot of shows that have been out lately. Yeah. Netflix has been doing a really good job with shows.
And it's only like 2 or 3 episodes in.
Isn't like Riverdale a Netflix original?
Nah,
I've never watched Riverdale.
Riverdale's not. It's actually from TV. They just have like a deal with Netflix.
I've never watched Riverdale.
Riverdale's trash, but it's like good trash. It's like Pretty Little Liars level of trash.
Pretty Little Liars was. I only got hooked on Pretty Little Liars because the girl I was dating at the time.
Basically every man ever.
But after I watched the first season with her, and then like I wasn't dating her anymore, and then I was trying to watch the second season. I'm like, wait, so the premise of this is that it's a new A every time, like.
Yep. Basically, if you didn't watch Pretty Little Liars in high school, you were single your whole high school career. That's it.
Crazy shit that we do for women that we're dating with.
It's not even that we do it. It was just like, it just happens when you're with them, it's on.
Yeah, it's on. So, things I've been watching lately on Netflix is, so I watched Gomorrah. Gomorrah is an Italian mob series on Netflix. It's really good. It has subtitles, so if you're a lazy-ass nigga, then don't watch it.
This guy.
Arrested Development, I've been watching the new season of that they had on Netflix, but I'm just watching that because that's a classic comedian show. I usually tend to stick to watching the same shit. Comedians in Cars and Coffees, I've watched that. I
still gotta watch that.
Amazing Interiors, I like that show, but certain episodes. I like another show that they have that's it's basically like an extravagant houses, some shit like that on Netflix, where they just showing extravagant houses on there, but the lady who narrates the show is a fucking creep. It's an old ass lady, and she's always like looking at dudes like kind of weird and shit like that. So I don't watch that show no more. And The Office, I always watch The Office. I watch The Office like every night, 1000%. I watch The Office every night. That's like one of my favorite shows of all time.
I haven't been on Netflix because my ex-girlfriend changed the password, so I can't get on.
You can have my Netflix, nigga.
Oh, it's fucking lit.
Yeah, but I just recently watched Master of None season 2. That show is fucking great. Like that show is probably like top out of like the last decade shows. It's really
good because if it existed on TV, it probably wouldn't be good.
No,
because on a week-to-week basis, it wouldn't survive.
I think a lot of shows would have been better if they can cuss. Like I feel like Seinfeld is a really good show. Like Seinfeld's like top great. 2 shows, but how much better would it be if niggas could cuss on Seinfeld? But then again, I feel like the obscurity of Seinfeld is what made it funny. Because, for example, those who haven't watched Seinfeld, they have an episode where they have a bet of who can last the longest without masturbating. And so the premise of the show is, like, they're looking at a lady who's changing across the street in her apartment. So Kramer, one of the main characters, goes to his room, and, like, it just pans off, and he comes back and just slams $50 on the table. Because he lost. But it's more of a thinking game. Like,
I feel like when they do...
They don't say outright.
Yeah, when they do restrictions like that, it makes for better writing.
It makes for better writing, because you have to be more clever.
Yeah, and that's what... Seinfeld is all about clever.
Yeah, it's all wit. It's all wit. That's one thing that I love that I love in women, wit, because wit entails being humorous and intelligent at the same time.
Like, if we got good banter, I'll probably nut in you.
Josh, stop. This nigga's wildin'. So those are shows we watch. So we're gonna move on to the Burn CD tracks of the week.
Yeah.
You wanna start it?
Nah, you started off.
Alright, so this week I have the Tribe Called Quest, Find My Way. Those who are gonna be looking for it on Spotify, apparently that record's not on Spotify. We looked on all the fucking on the albums, but I think Caesar said he's making
an Apple Music
one. So it'll be on Apple Music for those who have Apple Music.
Yo, Caesar, please make it public.
Sir, featuring Masaigo, which is a really good artist, a really good R&B artist. Sir, I feel like is a really underrated artist. He's a TDE artist. He's an R&B artist as well. I think he's R&B and rap. It's a song called Ooh Na Na. That song is super hard.
What's my name?
See, that's all I think about when I think about that song. But that song is super hard. Then I have
hold on, is Rihanna washed?
No.
All right.
Rihanna is our generation's Beyonce.
Our generation's Beyonce is Beyonce.
No, I mean like not our generation's, the next generation's Beyonce.
Nah.
Because the way they look up to Rihanna is like how they look up to Beyonce. Like anything Rihanna does is like ridiculous.
Nah, they got Ariana Grande.
Alright, stop. Come on.
Alright, finish your list, bro.
Master of None, Beach House. For those who don't know, Master of None, Beach House is Master of None is a band. The name of the song is Beach House. I think that record is the record that the Weeknd sampled for the Party After Party.
I thought he did it for Glass Table Girls.
I think it's the Party After Party. Then we have Snoop and Pharrell, Let's Get Blown, which was the record that we have on the intro. And then the last one just took me to a vibe of 2013 is A$AP Rocky's Angels.
Alright, so that's Tokyo E's editions. Alright, I want to make it clear. This playlist is on Spotify. Please listen to it.
It's only one of my records is on Spotify. And it's a trap record. That shit should be on Spotify.
Listen, bro.
Get it clear, Spotify. What the fuck? Clear.
Yeah, so my 5 for the week, I got My Right Lung by Action Bronson.
Hard record. It's just that he's so repetitive on that song, trying to be a troll, and I can't listen to that song all the time.
I can relate to it. I get my right lung if I could dunk a basketball just one
I've
time.
never dunked the ball in my life. I've hung on the rim, but I've never dunked the ball.
Me neither, so that's why I want to. I got Footsteps in the Dark by the Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
Once you hear it, you'll know exactly.
Once you hear that song, you will notice.
Yeah.
If you listen to a lot of music, you'll notice like 18 samples in that song.
Yeah.
That's why I love old records the most, because
you get to pick shit out.
Not even old records just have more like spontaneity, like where it's like
my man says spontaneity.
Yeah, it's just like you just jam sessions and they'll bring one person in to do such and such, and then it's just spontaneity. That you can't play for more than like 3 seconds, so cut that shit off. We'll get sued right away. I know. Those Brothers is huge.
Those don't play.
Yeah.
My next track is Cannonball by Sen Morimoto. If you guys don't know who that is, he's an affiliate with Pivot Gang, which is like Saba and those guys in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And then my next track is Liberation by Outkast. My favorite Outkast song, probably.
For real?
Yeah, I really like this one. I don't know, when they just get together with CeeLo, it's his legendary, like...
Yeah, it's Atlanta shit.
Yeah, it's got CeeLo, Erykah Badu, just a good track. And my last track is Red Dot Music by Mac Miller and Action Bronson.
You really like Mac Miller.
I really do. Mac Miller is in my top 5.
Oh, come on, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm pretty serious.
Alright, we gotta run through the top 5 right now, then.
My top 5 that I like to listen to.
That you like to listen to. What's your top 5?
That I like to listen to?
Yes, what's your top 5?
6ix9ine.
Oh my god.
That's a throwback to like episode 2.
That's a throwback to every fucking episode.
Alright, so I got Earl, Kanye, 3 Stacks, Mac, and then 5th is in contention for someone who I can't probably remember right now.
50 Cent? Oh, I thought you said 5th, like 50.
No, my 5th is like contention. I'll probably put Tyler. But this is like rap affiliate.
That you personally like to listen to.
Yeah, rap artists I personally like to listen to.
Alright, so if I personally had to do it...
Wait, did I say Doom?
No, you didn't say Doom.
Then I'll put it
because that's how I'm starting off with off rip. Spot. I'm doing Doom 1, 2 J, 3 Push, 4... No. Well, this is not in chronological order. So Push, Pharrell, and that last one is interchangeable with 3 Stacks.
Jada.
I feel like I have one more person that I would say.
Omarion.
Omarion does not get the credit that he.
I wasn't saying that.
Omarion is a fucking monster.
I wasn't saying that as a joke. Bad Bunny.
No. We said rappers, nigga.
Bad Bunny's a rapper.
Like reggaeton though is different. But yeah, so the last one would be interchangeable with 3 Stacks of Jada. That's not really off my top 5 list regardless. Like my top 5 MC list is probably Doom, Jay, Nas, Black Thought, and Push.
Black Thought has to be there. I think MC list and what I like to listen to is totally different.
Yeah,
like, there's an overlap. But.
There's 3 different lists that you can do. The list that you personally like the most, the list of the biggest rappers.
Yeah, and then
the list of the lyricists.
Best rappers.
Yeah, the best lyricist rappers. Like that's the thing. So, in all those, Hov is either gonna be 1 or 2 on all of those. That's how fucking monumental Hov is.
I think Hov's got to be in it. No matter the person, he's got to be in at least one of those lists.
and number one on one of those lists?
At least hold a spot in one of those lists.
Oh, Hov is on those lists, all of them. Yeah. But no. Well, if there's a lot of super rap enthusiasts, like the underground niggas, who probably won't put Hov in the best lyricists of all time. Because there's a lot of rappers who lyrically like rap really, like Black Thought, Doom, Pharaoh, Scarface is a really good fucking rapper. Face doesn't get his acknowledgement.
He gets his acknowledgement by rappers.
I want to know who's gonna be that rapper that we listen to now. That later in the years we're gonna be like, yo, he didn't get the recognition that he deserves. There's a lot of rappers that I feel like go under the table right now because a lot of people, like
Kennedy.
Dom Kennedy is a classic California artist, but I feel like a lot of people's like reasoning for not liking rappers is like more social media shit, like memes and shit. Like Cole, for example. Yeah. Like a lot of people don't like him because like,
but Cole, at the same time, Cole's so big, so it can't be Cole.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm saying like I'm just using that as an example of how Twitter can skew your fucking opinion on somebody. Yeah.
Twitter will make you think that it's
like Joe, for example. Joe would be that for me.
Joe Budden?
Yeah, Joe Budden would be that because Joe Budden spits better than 90% of rappers. 1,000%.
He spat better than that.
Well, yeah, because he's retired. And a lot of niggas got their style from Joe. Because Joe
just don't know.
Joe was the lyrical rapper who made love music, who made music about his relationship. I mean, you got to tie that back into whoever you think it is, but this one guy. You know who it is. But Joe was that nigga. Like, Joe was the person who had the only thing was that Joe wasn't a person that is an industry nigga like that. So he didn't like flow through the industry well. But I felt like if Joe would have, but Joe was kind of wild early too though, because he got snubbed by Raekwon really early too.
He didn't get snuffed. He just got punched in the face.
Nigga, they kidnapped that nigga. What are you talking about?
Snuffed.
What you mean? Snuff is getting punched, nigga. Raekwon rocked his ass.
You gotta fall down and get snuffed.
Nah, that's getting KO'd, nigga. if you dropping,
nah, because KO means you don't get back up. He got back up,
nigga. Alright, I know the details of that stuff, but I don't really want to talk about that shit because that was a super long ass time ago. Go do your Googles about that shit.
Yeah, I want somebody who would get punched right now that'd be super satisfying. Actually, nobody. We don't promote violence on the
podcast. I don't never like, because it's music shit. Yeah. Like, that's like a motherfucker who talking shit to you, like for example, like anybody knows that you sitting in the lunchroom or whatever, and we going at each other, and a nigga just gets up like, I bet I could fight though. That just shows me that you weren't intelligent enough to come back with anything else.
It's like,
and I'll beat your ass too.
Let's say I got a B on a math test and you got a D and you want to fight. You're a fucking goofball.
I never had that happen to me, but alright.
You never got a B on a math test?
No, I've never got a grade and the person got a lower grade than me and like, yo, I want to fight you because you got a better grade than me. I'm like, nigga. Shit. At that point, for principal, I'll probably smack the fuck out of you. I'll do a Nipsey Hussle smack and you'll sit back down. Stop, nigga. I gotta cut. What the fuck? So, DSM did a Converse. They have a Converse collab. That collab is a really like.
It's super low key.
I don't think it's gonna be low key. I think that it's going to sell out.
No, I mean like the design wise.
No, the design wise very minimalistic, but it's in a good way. It looks like an old school. It looks like an old school vintage. It's like they brought the Converse one back from like the 70s. Yeah, and so just brought it back. It looks like a vintage because it. Rather than it being white on the toe tip, it looks like that aged cream.
So it's basically the one star, but they switched up the stitching. They got like a better.
I think it got a DSM white stitching on it.
It says Dover Street Market.
It's dope. It's dope. It's cool. I like that shit. The thing is now I gotta decide which one I want to buy. I want to buy that 1-star DSM, or do I want to buy the black and white van, vintage van, the retro one that they just put out, the sport retro looks that they just put out?
Definitely these Converses, bro.
But I feel like the DSMY ones are gonna be like 100 something because it's a DSMY collab, and the Vans is $60.
They're $60.
Yeah, they're $60.
Yeah, but these are hard though.
Yeah, they're hard. They're both hard.
If they're $60,
I'll cop both. 1,000%. You're talking to a person who copped Air Force Ones, probably like 2 pairs every week, or in my later days I copped the Vans old schools. Yeah, I probably got like 15 pairs of Vans old schools.
Who do you think spent more? Who do you think spent more on Air Force Ones? You or G Herbo?
G Herbo for sure. They buy mad shit for sure. Nigga, so compared to me, there's a lot of people who buy. Nigga, all them niggas in Harlem, if they wear them shit for an hour, they probably throw them shits away. Like Fat Joe, for example, he said he used to throw away or give away a shoe after every time he wore it. Nigga, that's a lot of shoes.
I just replaced a pair of Vans after 4 years.
Exactly. I can't do that. Well, with Vans, I could do it. Like, now I'm starting to, like, get into my groove with that shit where, like, I like age on shoes. Yeah. I still, something in my mind, like, blocks me with all white Air Force Ones. Like, if they start getting dirty, I'm not going to clean them.
Like, I used to beat my shoes to death.
The thing is,
now I'm like, there's a difference between age and dirty.
The thing, there's a connection between me and that Air Force One thing, because that's when my parents only used to buy me 2 pairs of sneakers every year, so I would get Air Force One for my birthday and Air Force One for Christmas, which my birthday's in the beginning of the school year all the time. So I would have to clean it all the way to Christmas. So I've cleaned Air Force One so much in my life and got good at cleaning them shit so much in my life that I'm like, I'm not cleaning another fucking pair of shoes again. I said that shit as I was a kid. Like, once I started getting money, I'm never cleaning the shoe again. Now look at my fucking closet. I got hundreds of pairs of sneakers in my closet.
Talk that shit, bro.
No, I'm just saying that's how crazy that shit connects in life. Like, everything is connected in your mind. Everything is connected to something that happened to you in your life. Like, I know why I don't wear the same sneakers over and over. Like, well, now I'm starting wearing the same sneakers. Like, I feel like when you like find what you like in the look, you wear that look a lot. Like, for example, Kim Kardashian says that if you go in Kanye's closet, it's a lot of the same shit. Like, he'll buy a lot of the same shit over and over again. I'm the same way. Like, I would buy a lot of the same shit over and over. If I'm buying a Uniqlo white tee, I'm thinking 10 Uniqlo white tees.
It's like you almost get like a uniform almost.
Yeah, it's like a uniform.
That's what Raph Simmons said. He's like, why the fuck would I have a super diverse closet? I just wear the shit that I feel good in all the time.
You know what looks good on you. You know what color looks good on you. You know what colors look good on you. Just buy the same shit over and over.
Exactly, and you're straight.
Like, and you know that especially if it's high fashion shit, it's going to come back in style all the time. That's why
it's basically like classic shit.
Yeah, for example, like turtlenecks, pea coats, trousers,
crew necks,
are never going out of style. White tees, all that shit, jeans, all that shit's never going out of style.
Yeah, be your little fucking Supreme shirt that says "fuck my mom in the butthole." That's out.
I feel like they do have a shirt like that says that shit for real though. Like, they have that shirt that I sent you that I want to get too. That one that we missed. Remember, it's like Pootie Train or some shit like that. Pussy Train or Punani Train or some shit.
Punani Train.
Yeah, that shirt is hard though, but I like it because the illustration of the artist who I don't remember the artist's name right now, but I like the illustration on there. So this is gonna be a whole bunch of crazy things. Apple becomes the first trillionaire, the $1 trillion company.
Shout out.
But I don't know what they're basing that $1 trillion off. Like, is that a market cap, or is that like revenue, or is that where your net worth of the company is? Like, you can sell it for $1 million. I mean, $1 trillion at a time.
I have no idea where the
nigga, you just clipped it.
From. Yeah, I just read it.
All right, so we'll go through the article and tell me what it is.
Dog, shit, I don't even know what this means. It basically means,
nigga, you're an economics major.
But I didn't read the article, so I don't know what this means.
I'm telling you to read it now.
Oh. Alright, so basically, after reading the article for 6 seconds, I've come to the point where, like,
I think it's market cap. It has to be market cap, because I don't think that they can sell that company for $1 trillion right now.
It's basically at the value of each share right now.
Yeah, alright. So
it says it's valued at $1 trillion if you were to buy.
So it makes sense. Share. It makes sense. But their shares of the company is not that expensive, like $200 a share.
It's 206.
Yeah. So what is the market cap of these companies that I see on my fucking
on Robinhood?
No, not Robinhood. I don't use the app. On my what's that shit? On my stocks app on iPhone. So there's an app. There's a fucking company on here. The abbreviation for the company is OWJ, and the fucking share of that company is 25,000. So what the fuck is the market cap for that company?
There's probably not that many shares of it.
I don't know.
Because there's probably millions.
That's just online gambling, nigga. That's what fucking diversifying your bonds and fucking all that shit. It's just marketing gambling, because the next day that shit can just fucking drop.
Listen, brother, I read a Wu-Tang financial book.
Yeah.
So diversify your bonds.
Diversify your bonds. Yeah. Trust these banks if you want to, nigga.
I didn't say that.
Banks are fucking grimy.
I didn't say that. But, they are insured, so rob the bank.
Yeah, they're insured to a certain amount of money.
So rob the
bank. I think it's like $200,000 or some shit like that. That shit. Yeah, but alright. So what happened? Yeah, they're insured for that much amount of money. Alright. So Put
where
it
does
like
that money come from, King?
no, not even where that money come from. Say we have another Great Depression and everybody goes to the bank to take out the money that is insured.
Can't happen, bro. The banks are too big to fail.
Get the fuck out of here. So that's why everybody was scared of Bitcoin, right? So if
Bitcoin's washed.
yeah, I think there's a reason why Bitcoin's washed. I guarantee you all that shit's gonna come back anyways. But for example, if it happens another Great Depression, everybody has to get their money back at the same time. It's the same scenario of the Great Depression. So you telling me everybody can get their $200,000 back?
No,
out of
definitely
the bank?
not.
Well, the thing is,
they definitely
how much percentage of people have $200,000 in the bank to take out?
The majority of the people don't even have $1,000 in their bank account.
Damn, Jesus Christ!
No, there's like a study that came out in 2015 that if there was an emergency right now that costs you $400, like 60% of Americans couldn't afford it.
Damn, that's sad as fuck. That says a lot about our society.
That's fucking crazy.
That's fucking a $400 emergency, nigga. Yeah. That's fucked
There's
up.
a point in my life where I fit that bracket, but not now, you broke ass bitches.
I never had a bank until I got like a lot of money. I didn't like banks. I didn't really believe in banks like that.
The Nike box.
1,000%. I said that shit earlier in the podcast.
I still got the Nike box, but it's not filled with money anymore.
But
you feel me?
My whole thing is, if it's insured, how are you gonna pay? Like, if they paid everybody back for the $200,000, like say if everybody had $200,000, they pay everybody back for that $200,000 that was insured. What the fuck that would do to the economy, nigga?
It'll be ruined.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if the banks are insured, who insures the insurers?
The Rothschilds, nigga.
On it.
But yeah,
they said the Rothschilds.
Wouldn't.
Like Jay Electronic is
No.
checks.
Well, we're not gonna talk about that shit because I don't want our podcast to randomly get taken off of fucking SoundCloud or whatever.
We randomly get
JFK'd. But do your research on the Rothschilds and you'll see what the fuck I'm talking about. But so IKEA's relaunching a 1950s to 2000 to the year 2000
celebrate their 75th anniversary.
They're doing pieces from that time. I really like this idea because that way you don't have to go to vintage shops and buy expensive, overpriced furniture. Like for a mahogany dresser from the 70s, I'm gonna have to pay like $5,000 if I go into one of these vintage shops.
It's just alright. So this is one of the few articles that I actually looked at.
Yeah. Before
we started talking, I looked at it. I saw the pictures. After that, I just went, it's cool. And I closed it.
The thing is, there's a certain type of person that's gonna buy this type of stuff.
Right.
Who like to have like a certain era in their home. Like for example, on that amazing interior thing that I watched on Netflix, there's a guy. He's not an artist. He's a fucking writer. So he's an author. So he has a house where it's like 13 rooms, and in every room is through a different period of time, through a different continent of the country. So like you'll have a room of like Asia in the 1950s or 19.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. So every part of his house has a different thing. Like that would fit this guy. Yeah, 1,000% that would fit this guy. But I don't think that's gonna go crazy for everybody. But I don't think they're doing that for everybody.
Nah, I just think it's really interesting if you want to have like a piece of that time period in your home.
If I definitely had a loft, I'd buy a couple of these fucking.
Yeah, but I feel like if you buy one, you gotta buy the whole set. Because what if you got like a chair from the 70s next to a couch from like 2018?
That's what I like. That's weird. That's the same way as you dressing expensive and cheap.
Well, I think if you put it together correctly, the juxtaposition.
Exactly. If you put the thing is, if you put anything correctly together, it's gonna fit.
Damn.
That's the thing. It's no different from you learning how to dress or music. Like you can mix two different. Action Bronson rapping over that Italian beat should not sound good, but it sounds great. The Pepe Lopez off of Blue Chips 2. That
shit's hard.
That shit should not sound good, but that's one of my favorite records of Action Bronson.
He rapped over
and a classic Italian record. He rapped over a lot of shit, to be honest.
He does have a lot of weird samples.
Exactly. That's what makes him good. The obscurity of his samples and then his like form of rapping of like the New York style rap.
Listeners, if you know anyone, preferably a woman who's into interior design in the age range of 20 to 24, hit my line.
Why you trying to get her?
Facts.
Serious inquiries only.
Serious inquiries only.
That page has been shut down.
Architecture, interior design. I need to get these.
I really do have
I have a serious admiration for
that's what I was gonna say. For like architects and
like just any kind of design.
People who take their job seriously, I have like the art. For example, in New York, they have a Jenga, like a jigsaw. Not jigsaw. It's a Jenga, the game that you make the blocks out of.
Stacks.
Yeah. They have a building like that. Like that takes some art for
cool
people to build. Like that, I like that type of shit where you did something that you really liked, and then you made it to something that everybody would like, rather than you just building another hipster, gentrified, same looking things.
Facts.
A brick
house.
Yeah, a brick fucking restaurant
with the fucking patio with the ferns out.
Yeah,
fuck out of here. The spritzers on top.
You have fucking vinyls, and then you have that same light bulb. That's like the yellow light bulb
with the cage. Fuck out of here.
Everybody knows exactly what we're talking about when we're saying this.
You're selling free range eggs. You got the arugula in a fucking little tin can.
Whoa. Free range eggs. It's legitness. That's legitness.
Look, bro, there's no such thing as free range eggs because chickens are never free.
All right. Yeah, but that's the thing I said. Noah dropped the Frog skateboard. I never heard of this Frog skateboard brand.
Noah is top 5.
I never heard of this brand. I feel like Noah is like what Supreme was when it was cool.
Facts. Noah's amazing.
That's what Noah is right now. Because I feel like only like the niggas who really know are up on Noah.
Yeah, but yeah, Frog Skateboard is just like a really cool, smaller, independent skateboard brand.
That's why I like that they did that shit. The pieces on here,
York-based too.
The pieces on here I really like. Like there's like 5-6 pieces. I like majority of the pieces, 1000% on here.
What I like about Noah is that they really combined a lot of the collegiate streetwear style they're known for, but with skateboarding. So that's what this collab is. So if you like preppy shit and you like grimy skateboarding,
they do a lot of preppy shit.
Yeah.
That's probably why I like this shit, because at a time that I like really preppy shit.
Right, so if you like preppy shit and you like grimy skateboard clothes, this is the brand for you.
1000%. So another thing that going along with like the whole little transition of the Apple being valued at $1 trillion, with their market cap being at $1 trillion, Yeezy gets a validation of $1.5 billion. Doug Yeezy, the brand.
That's fucking insane.
I don't know if this is like confirmed, but this is like a rumor going out there that it's worth $1.5 billion or whatever. It's valued at $1.5 billion. Through all the bullshit that Kanye's been going on lately with Kanye, that's still like great to see that like one of his dreams was to make a fashion thing, and his dream was to make music, and he's doing good at both of them. Yeah. Whether we like it or not, it's still cool.
And he is gonna eventually stream out into so many different branches.
Exactly, like
creation.
The way that I see it, if we got Kanye, Virgil, Don C, like basically everybody from his group is doing great things right now.
We're gonna have Yeezy furniture. We're gonna have Yeezy like accessories and applications. What is it fucking called? Like dishwashers and
damn, now that you said that, appliances.
Appliances. There
now that you said applications, it was stuck in my head. It's appliances, yeah.
We're gonna see these shits.
Yeah, 1000%.
Yo, imagine fucking Jay-Z in his 100-room house, and he fucking goes downstairs. He opens his Yeezy fridge, pulls out the orange juice. He goes,
let me tell you something right now.
For this one?
Hope doesn't like Kanye. I doubt he'll have the fucking Yeezy fridge at his crib. Even though Hope is a person who supports all the people. Chill, and Hope will put you out if you don't support him on some shit.
He'll get the Yeezy fridge.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is with like that is, I've never been the guy. I was taught to never be the person that come between people, like people who are really close, because then you're gonna be the person that like, yo, he was talking shit about you while we wasn't in there. Like, that's like, for example, like a guy, like your friend's dating a girl. He comes up to you like, man, this bitch is doing this, and that. And I mean, you be that guy, be like, I told you that bitch is crazy. Then when he gets back with her, she gonna be like, yo, don't hang out with that nigga no more.
Yeah, he said that was crazy.
Exactly. Like, and then your homeboy stop hanging out with you because of the girl. And then when he breaks up with the girl and he realizes she was crazy, then he comes back to hang out with you.
Yeah. But I want to say that I'm a fan of Kim Kardashian's short hair. That is all.
Okay. According to the best looking Kardashian.
Absolutely. And she had a mental breakdown.
Alright, so Helmet Lane Fall Winter 18 collection inspired by the archives. All I had to say about this is that like there was always like an undertone in the fashion industry, or people who are into fashion, that always said that if it's not vintage Helmet Lane, they didn't really want to fuck with it. So they essentially, I think maybe they're playing out to their market. So they're doing the archive pieces back from like they're doing pieces from the archives. Essentially, I was just gonna ask, like, why don't more companies do this? Like, I feel like a lot of companies should take back from what they've already done and then just bring it to your time and do that. Because a lot of people just say, oh, that's just you reiterating the same shit. But the way to make new shit is take from the old the shit that inspires you and make
it
make it your own, and then that's something new.
I like what Helmut Lang is doing with this archive piece, but they've been doing this for like 5 seasons now. They've been doing
archive pieces for 5 seasons?
For like 5 seasons.
For me, this is the first time me seeing it. Maybe it's just because it was labeled like that. But
they just didn't call it that before.
Yeah.
They were just taking shit about it. But like with this one, I feel like they're doing it because they might feel pressured because not a lot of people.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of people wearing the new Helmut Lang shit. Because the Helmut Lang shit recently has just been like a shirt that says Helmut Lang on it.
And the price points for like the level that brand is at they don't really match up.
Yeah. I don't know exactly who's designing for Helmut Lang right now, but I feel like they might need a little change with that.
I think they need a new direction. I feel like they should hire Ian Connor.
Speaking of that, I didn't put it on here, but I saw it earlier, and I took a screenshot of it. So Ricardo TC has made his own monogram on Burberry now. So this is what the monogram of the Burberry thing is going to look like now.
That's just cute.
It's hard. It's hard. I don't know what it is about men using the word cute, but I find that shit to be weird when people just say like, "Oh, that shit's cute." Like anytime somebody says that shit's cute, I always think of 50 Cent saying that Ja Rule's a sweetheart. Oh, that nigga's a sweetheart.
I think he's a sweetie.
That's a way to just like.
It's mad demoralizing.
Yeah, it like demasculates a man to be like, "Oh, that nigga's a sweetheart."
That nigga's cute, bro.
Like cute,
real cute, bro.
Yeah, I don't. That when somebody says that, like I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm bringing power back into the world, but like, yo, nigga, you cute.
So yeah, that new Burberry Ricardo TC monogram is hard.
I'm kind of over monogram shit unless it's on like leather goods. Like I would have never wear like a monogram.
I saw a hard monogram Fendi. It was a Fendi button up. Like a silk Fendi button up.
Wait, I take that back. I would definitely wear Dior monogram.
And it has a monogram, but it had the monogram going sideways.
It was like a stripe?
Yeah. Not stripe, but it was like
strap.
diagonal, like sideways, like shit like that. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
If that shit was $800, then I would have bought it. I don't know why a silk fucking button up should be $800.
Let me rephrase that. I don't like overall monograms. Like it was the whole
like the Gucci shit.
Yeah, if the whole piece is monogram, pass.
The only time I like the Gucci monogram shit like that is like if I want to do like a Dope Boys 80s style, because that's what it was with the Dapper Dan shit. Like that's what it was. It was just monogram, like bombers and scarves and all that shit. I
would wear a Gucci monogram bandana.
I think the Gucci monogram shit would never go away like that. Yo, you remember speaking of you saying like Gucci bandana shit? Remember when fucking Soulja Boy and Gucci Mane had that Gucci bandana, call me Gucci Montana.
That shit is hard.
Yo, I know like Gucci's a new like phenomenon on the internet, but I used to fuck with Gucci heavy in 09. Like the Roger Davis mixtape. He got that one freestyle that's on YouTube that has a lot of views on. I think it's called like In the Kitchen or some shit like. And there's OJ the Juice Man out there. I used to listen to OJ the Juice Man a lot. He used to have a record. I forgot how the record went, but it was something about him serving birds and shit. And he would just name out a whole bunch of football players or some shit like that. I used to be heavy into Gucci and all them niggas. And when Flocka first came out, I was heavy on Flocka when Flocka had the record. What was the record his first record that came out? Flocka's first record?
I don't remember.
Let's do it. Hey, let's do it. That was the first record he came out with. Yeah, no, that's that. Let's do it.
I don't know, bro.
You don't remember that record?
Yeah, I was not listening.
That record was huge.
When Flocka was hot, I was not listening to Flocka. I was listening to fucking Blink-182 and Simple Plan.
Oh my god, I was listening to Blink-182. Alright, so moving along. Supreme. Have you been looking for this whole time?
Yeah, I found that on Soulja Boy's Twitter. Also,
it's on his Twitter?
Yeah. Soulja Boy Twitter's been weird lately.
I don't know. I don't follow
Like, let me just read the first like few tweets that I'm scrolling that aren't videos. So there's one that just says chicken strips.
Okay.
The other one, he's quoting Rudy Giuliani saying "crank that Soulja Boy," and another tweet with like 500,000 retweets that says, "In this world, you either crank that Soulja Boy or it cranks you."
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like you tweeting what Tyler's Instagram used to be like in like 2010, 2011, where he would just post random pictures of random people like airports and shit.
That's just hilarious.
Like or random like homeless people.
But that was
like
the era we got the best Tyler tweet of all time. It's like, how the fuck is cyberbullying real? Just close your eyes and walk away.
No, one of the best Tyler tweets was after Trump won the election. He just tweeted ha 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 with all caps, and I was like, this is exactly how I feel because I told you niggas this shit was gonna happen.
is hilarious.
But alright, so Supreme loses a counterfeit case in Italy. So basically, there's a company in Italy that's called I think it's Supreme Italy or Italia.
This is stupid.
Or Supreme, and then Supreme Spain. So I think that they were just selling like a whole bunch of counterfeit Supreme shit. In the article, it doesn't really say how they lost the fucking lawsuit, but it does say that somehow the following lawfulness of regulation for an action to be a crime is not sufficient, and confusion between the two brands nor the actual internal similarity of the product,
which doesn't make any sense because it's exactly the same.
Yeah, like the pants that they have here are the pants that came out with the foam posits.
Yeah, the
Versace foam posits. It's exactly like this. Looks exactly like Supreme
print.
shit.
It's on the same thing. What's crazy is that stores in China have been shut down, and I saw this. It's like, yo, a new Supreme store is opened up in Spain, and it's all counterfeit. And then the top comments are, oh, this is gonna get shut down. But they're winning these lawsuits, and I don't know how.
The thing was, they won the first lawsuit, but then they lost the second one.
But it's crazy that these stores are gonna stay up selling fake Supreme at not fake Supreme prices. These are like,
oh, they're selling it for like really expensive prices.
They're selling it like it was a real store.
No way.
Yes,
I'm about to go on this shit. Hold on. This is live reaction of what it's called, Supreme Italy, right?
Supreme Italia is the website.
Italia. All right, this is live reaction of how much this fucking shits are actually going for. I don't even see like an actual thing. If I get a virus on my computer,
can you even order this shit online? I don't think so. I think it's just in the store.
Oh no, it's here. There it goes. It looks really bad too. All right, so this is where all you niggas is getting these Supreme slides, because I've never seen those Supreme slides come out. So okay, so for Supreme thong sandals in the regular red font, it's €50, so that would translate to around like $58.
Which is like regular retail price.
All right, so let me look at the box logos. All right, so the logos are their best sellers. Shocker. So this is where the people are getting those big ass box logos that are like huge print box logos. I saw Dwayne Wade with one of those fucking box logos. So the box logos they're not actually retail price. So it's a sweater, it's a crew neck box logo. It's €80. So it will come out to maybe like 90, maybe $100. Yeah, so
I think that's just under retail for old retail.
Y'all niggas better be careful with this shit, because I know a lot of people actually get sold counterfeit shit. A lot of people. I've seen a lot of people get sold counterfeit shit and then try to take it to like expos and shit. Yeah. And then people get put on blast for that stuff.
Truthfully, just get this shit from like Chinatown, bro. Don't be on this shit.
What do you mean get this shit from Chinatown? It's still fake, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're gonna wear fake shit.
I mean, look, I know.
At least if you're gonna wear fake shit, support America. Buy it in America.
The shit in Chinatown is coming from Chinatown, nigga. From China.
But you're supporting people in America.
I get both sides of it, man. I get that kids want it that bad that they'll get it and try to get away with it, and then I get that people who have the stuff don't want other people to have it and be counterfeit, because that's the allure of the brand that a lot of people can't get it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's the balance. It's the balance in life. Like the movie Dope was talking about this shit. Like, there's a scene on there where it's one of Pharrell's artists. I don't know the kid's name, but he was saying that rich people mostly wear a lot of fake shit because they're known for having money, so a lot of people won't check their shit. But people in our communities, the more lower level communities, would check your shit to make sure that it's fake. I mean that it's fake or real. For example, the FUBU episode on Atlanta, where it was two people who had two FUBU jerseys, and they didn't know which one was fake or not, or whatever. And then one kid ended up killing himself because they said that his was fake.
And they bullied the shit out of him.
And they bullied the fuck out of him. So I understand both sides, like, especially in that time frame of you being a kid and you wanting to fit in with everybody. That is like, it
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
But I feel like people get it. Personally, me in my space right now, let's say like,
yeah, but you're a lot older than those kids are.
I'm talking about me right now. Yeah, maybe I would have. Never mind. But when I see shit right now, like if I go on to Amy Landor or Noah and I want to buy something, like, damn, this shit's $48. I be having them like, yo, I could buy a blank and make my own shit right now.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, but you gotta think about it like that. Not even people our age are that creative. I know people that would just buy it to buy it. Like, and there was sometimes when I look at that shit, like, since I know how much fabrics cost, since I know how much time they putting into doing this shit, where it's like a simple just stitching,
or even how many hands.
Yeah, I could pay somebody to stitch that shit who goes to fucking Parsons or goes to FIT or some shit. I can pay somebody to stitch that shit for me for less than what that t-shirt costs, and I can get a better quality shirt than that. I always look at it like that, but that's, niggas get lazy, niggas be like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy this shit.
Yeah, but eventually, we'll have our own brand eventually. Telatalk shirts are gonna come soon, whenever the fuck we feel like
for
making
Telatalk merch coming by episode 15.
It's not merch, it's clothing, it's looks.
The Telatalk line.
We coming different. We're not coming like fucking rapper merch or anything like that. Nothing wrong with that, but I think like we'll have to come with something.
Fucking Travis's merch is trash.
Yeah, I saw it.
The Telatalk capsule collection coming soon.
So, putting capsule on anything, anybody gets fucking intrigued by that shit.
It's true.
Capsules are so stupid. I'm gonna put something in the capsule for 10 years, and then in 10 years, that people won't know what the fuck this is gonna be, and they're gonna dig it up. Guess what? 10 years passed by. We still have CDs, motherfucker.
Chill, bro. Not on Best Buy.
No, not anymore, but I'm saying 10 years. It's been more than 10 years since the CD came out, and there's still people using CDs now.
I mean, there's people still using the freaking cassette to aux connection.
I like cassette. I like the cassette. I like the cassette tapes and shit like that. I didn't grow up in there with cassette tapes, but I like that. I like the whole look of that shit. But that shit all comes back in.
They're cute, the cassettes.
Oh come on, this fucking cute shit.
I can either say the N word or I can say cute. You gotta
this
pick
nigga.
one.
So Burberry pulls out a vintage scarf prints from their archive silk shirt collection design or whatever the fuck, I don't know what the fuck I just read, but they just took their archive scarves and made a fucking button up, which is really hard. One side is a whole scarf and the other side is a whole nother scarf. So one side is red and it has like kind of like royal scarf.
There's lots of gold, lots of like imagery of like
they print scarves, don't they? They put prints on scarves.
They're printed.
Because I think Hermes does some stitching on some scarves.
No, but these are printed.
So one side is red, the other side is green. A lot of people have been doing this lately too. Like Prada has the shirt.
Gucci has one.
Where it's like one side is one side and the other side has another design.
The Guy Fieri flames.
Yeah, the Guy Fieri prints on the Prada one. I saw that the guy from Jurassic Park, I think his name is
Chris Pratt. He's wearing.
No.
Huh?
The guy from the first Jurassic Park. I forgot what the name is.
Bruce
something Bloom.
James Bloomingfield.
I don't know, but he had it. He had the same shirt on, and Pusha T had the same shirt on, the same Prada shirt with one side is flames, one side. And somebody wrote it on Twitter and said, they said the line from Daytona where he was like, get the bottle service chicks the race or whatever. It was fucking hilarious. That shit was. I don't know. I don't remember the exact same line, the exact line from that shit, but it was like something about getting the girls from bottle service in the club to start racing, depending on how much bottles you order and shit like that. Some rich nigga shit to push me.
I don't know, but I might cop this Burberry shirt.
That Burberry shirt's $400.
It's $460, bro. Chill.
But it's hard though. I ain't gonna hold you. Like if I see that shit in the city, I'm gonna go buy it.
I gotta get a chick pregnant before I cop the Burberry shirt though.
The thing is, I think my days of buying shit like super expensive shit,
it's super over.
I don't think they're over, but I have to justify it more than now than I used to when I was younger. Like I have spent a lot of money on clothes like that I don't wear anymore.
But it's nice that like I'll go back through my closet and I see something I haven't worn in like a year or two. I'm like, yo, this shit is classic.
The thing is, I always rationalize it for myself. Is like I know I'm not gonna wear this. I'm not gonna wear this shit for this year only. But in 10 years, I'm gonna wear that shit, or I can give it to my kids.
I felt that way when I recently came back across like a Supreme Kids tee. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I love fucking love this.
That's the thing. Like when you have it, like they say, it's cliche, but you don't know you have it until it's gone. Yeah. Like you like I have sneakers that I wish I would have kept that I've sold and shit like that. But the thing is with me, I think I'm gonna be one of those like Lux archive niggas who just have like for example, there's a person in New York. Those who know where he has in Soho he has a whole building where he just attributes it to archives. You can't take pictures of anything like that, and you have to know somebody to get in. You have to know people to get in that, and it's just archive pieces from like old Levi shit, old things. And what he does is like he gives it to people. Well, he lets people go see it, who designers to like cultivate the new lines and stuff like that. To go by
to get like inspiration.
Yeah, it's like to get inspiration. They go back in time, like. Then he has like one of the first presents Levi's ever made in there and stuff like that. Like it's a lot of dope shit. It's like going to a museum that is like perfectly tailored to what you want to do, and it inspires you. It's not like going to like the MoMA and having to wait like 30 minutes to get a picture in front of the moonlight stars. Like get the fuck out of here. Or going to the fucking Louvre and having to fucking
fight for the Mona Lisa.
Fight a whole bunch of niggas to go see the Mona Lisa, and then niggas be depressed when the Mona Lisa is like the size of a postcard.
The Mona Lisa is really small.
It's small. Those who've never seen the Mona Lisa, I've never seen the Mona Lisa in person, but I've seen people have sent me multiple pictures. For some reason, I don't know, maybe Paris had really cheap flights, but a lot of people went to Paris this year. Or their sponsors are taking them to Paris.
Sponsors?
No, their quote-unquote sponsors are taking them to Paris.
They're seeking arrangement?
Yeah, but a lot of people have showed me, I was like, I did not know that the Mona Lisa was that small.
Yeah, the freaking the Starry Nights by what's his face Van Gogh.
Van Gogh,
pretty small too.
Yeah, but that piece is like I can understand if you seeing those pieces in person is different than you.
I saw that one in person. That's just legendary.
I just at the moment.
Iconic. There's a big crowd around that one too.
Oh, 1000%. Yeah, but you gotta be cut from a different club to get in front of all this shit.
I don't fuck with those people though, because right next to Starry Night in another room, there's like 18 other Van Gogh pieces that
not
are
even
better.
In that same room that the Starry Night is in. It's a million Picasso pieces.
It's insane.
Nigga, and before you walk into...
They got like 4 whole rooms of Picasso.
But before you walk into the Picasso room in the MoMA, there's a huge Basquiat piece in the middle.
It's
and
so
everybody walks by that shit.
And
I'm like, this shit is huge and it's fucking magnificent.
They've relegated it to like the side of the wall now, but it's like people just walk by and they're like...
It's like by the stairs by the bathroom.
Facts. I'm gonna name my son John Michel.
That actually is not a bad name.
It's pretty close.
So Adidas mixes up their sport influences with the Falcon. I actually like it. I don't like the first shoe that they did. I think that's the
consortium.
Yeah, the consortium one. I don't. The consortium one kind of looks to me like the Kobe. Remember the Kobe that Kobe had on Adidas? It kind of looks like that to me.
Right now it looks more like a mixture between a Pro Fear and like some other shit.
But the Falcons look hard. So it's basically like the Falcons except they made it more Flyknit-ish. Like, I usually don't like Flyknit on a lot of shoes like that, really. Especially when they do mix-ups. I don't like hybrid sneakers like that either. But I feel like these companies have been doing really good with hybrid sneakers now.
But I like how they paired it in this little lookbook here with like formal attire.
Yeah, it's like 2 dudes wearing fucking suits and like in the 1970s like...
That's a chick, but go off.
That's a chick?
One of them, yeah.
Damn, they both look like dudes. Alright,
let's keep it pushing, bro. Adidas, do your thing.
Seth Rogen tells the story about how he first met Kanye.
This shit is hilarious.
So we both listened to this shit. So essentially, Kanye was working out with a trainer who trained all the celebrities in Seth Rogen's neighborhood. So Seth Rogen said he was going into his house the day, and then Kanye walked by and he was like, "You're a funny motherfucker." And then the next day he went out drinking or whatever, and then the next morning after that, so the rich people who listen to the podcast, you have that button on the fucking gate, and it calls to the house, and he says his wife picks up, and he like could vaguely hear, and then she was like, that Kanye asks, "Can Seth come out and play?" And she's like, "Can Seth come out and play? Who is this?" And then she was like, "Kanye." She was like, "Kanye who?" And then he ran downstairs. He's like, "Kanye West." And then he said he opened the door, and Kanye was sitting there with like a jersey and gym shorts, and he was like, "Hey man, you want to play basketball?"
That's just fucking hilarious.
That's just hilarious to me because people see these people as like mythical characters.
Yeah, but they're just regular dudes.
But it's just humans. They're regular niggas. Kanye literally walked up to Seth Rogen's house like, "Yo, you want to go ball, nigga?"
For real, it's like he was asking his mom. He's like, "Can Seth come out and play?"
See, but then the thing is that with me, it's like it's kind of weird because I understand why celebrities hang around with celebrities because celebrities can only
really be friends.
Relate to celebrities or can only be friends with celebrities. Because if you become friends with 9 times out of 10, if you become friends with a normal person, they want you to do something for them.
Yeah, or the people they know.
They don't want you to do anything.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's actually a really cool person, though. I heard like he just walks around in LA like a normal person, and he drives like a Nissan Pathfinder, like he drives a Toyota Highlander.
That's a fucking weird ass car.
Yeah, but that's a difference between a rapper and somebody who writes movies.
That just shows that he's Canadian. He drives the Highlander.
1000%. So I found this article to be very interesting. So the Sandlot is getting a prequel.
Why? Is there even need for a prequel to the Sandlot?
I don't know. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna bring them up as adults now, or they're gonna just make another Sandlot for the kids now?
I don't even know what it's gonna be about. Is it gonna be about the fucking dog?
It's definitely gonna be about the Beast again. But how scary is the Beast now than the Beast?
It literally says it'll be focused on the legend of the Beast.
Yeah. So when did this movie come out? Maybe the 90s, 80s, late 80s, 90s,
93.
So alright. So maybe in 93 that Beast shit would be scary to kids. But nowadays, these kids are watching all type of fucking movies. How's that gonna scare them?
Kids will fucking shoot up a dog right now.
Exactly. Like, I don't think that's gonna hold the same impact as.
For real. The kid will put a dog in a chokehold and do a Fortnite dance.
I mean, but what do we know? That we're not kids. Maybe it will impact some kids.
Nah, bro. They watch Doc McStuffins.
That's just like. I don't even know what the fuck that is. That's just like supposedly LeBron's gonna be making Space Jam 2. Like, I don't think that's gonna hit like when Space Jam came out.
I feel like the people who watch Space Jam will like it more. Like me and you, because we grew up with Space Jam. Yeah. We'll fuck with Space Jam 2 super heavy.
I don't know, man.
More than kids right now. It's
because LeBron's my favorite player. I feel like if LeBron would have dropped Space Jam 2 when I was young still, like older when he came out, I would have liked it.
If he does it right now, it's the way. He's got to win a ring. He's got to win a ring with the Lakers and then drop it.
I'll watch it.
It's like how Incredibles 2 was super huge with
I know. I haven't watched Incredibles 2 yet.
I haven't yet either.
I have to go watch that shit.
I feel like the ill dickhead right now.
I have to go watch that shit. Speaking of one of the movies from my childhood, so the Pokemon has a new movie. It's called The Power of Us. We watched the trailer. What I got from this is like, I don't remember Pokemon being this fucking emotional when I was watching it. It's
super emotional. Bro, in the very first movie, they fucking all cried and brought Ash back to life because he was a rock.
A rock?
Well, he got turned to stone.
I don't remember. I haven't watched Pokemon 2000 forever, dude.
Bro, that's just legendary.
Like, I haven't watched that shit. But, is it Pokemon 2000? Is that the first one that came out? I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe that's the first movie,
but I don't know if it's called Pokemon 2000 because I think there's another one where it's like the three birds and they play the song on the flute and then it's like blah, 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 and then it's Pokemon.
Another thing that I took back from Pokemon is if you really sit back and look back at Pokemon, how fucking creative is it? How fucking creative do you have to be to like create Pokemon, dude?
It's
like honestly
super creative.
That like I don't think there's too much things in this world that I can't do because I'm a confident person, but. I can create Pokemon, my nigga.
Apparently, it was. You know how it started?
No.
The dude who made it, I think his name is like, I'm not gonna even try, but he invented Pokemon because he wanted to collect a game where you can catch bugs. Because back in his childhood, he collected and traded bugs. So that's basically where the premise of Pokemon comes from.
But is every Pokemon a bug or an animal?
No, but it's just based off.
It's a lot of made up shit too.
Yeah, well. And they do base a lot of things on like mythical creatures and like.
Oh, they do, but so that's what I was gonna ask next. Like, where do you even get the concept of you naming things Pokemon? Like,
well, Pokemon stands for Pocket Monsters.
I didn't know that. Yeah. That's the first time I'm hearing that shit. So yeah, essentially what I thought that he was thinking was, all right, so like we have pets. Just imagine us having pets, but the pets being different things.
Yeah, the basis of like is collecting bugs, and he just made creatures because he was like.
I wonder how much people.
How many people? Probably a lot, because when he first did it, it was just bugs, and they were like, "We're not rocking with this. You're a fucking herd."
Then you got the rocks. And then you got the groups, the fire, the rock, the water, the grass, the electric.
I battle Pokemon competitively.
I never understood why electric Pokemons hurt fucking water Pokemons more.
It's because water conducts electricity, bro. Listen, I do this shit.
There's a lot of crazy shit in there. I haven't played Pokemon or watched Pokemon or anything since I was like 10, but I have a lot of questions about Pokemon and how the fuck he figured out how to do all that.
I got an announcement to make really close to the microphone.
If you want that smoke in Gen 7 OU, I got you. Hit me up.
What that is. But I do remember one time when there was one time in my life where I was writing down all my ideas and I made something similar to Pokemon Go. So I was gonna call it Pokemon World. So what the thing was my premise was make Pokemon like Call of Duty where everybody can play it online at once.
Oh, so like a real life story mode type.
Yeah, like that thing, like kind of what Grand Theft Auto is online.
Yeah,
but with Pokemon.
That'd be dope.
Exactly.
I think they're coming out with that.
That's the crazy thing about it. That I wrote that shit down way before like any of this shit. And my cousin was like, "Yo, that's actually a really good idea." And I was like, "If I send it to Pokemon, they're gonna steal this shit."
I feel like they probably had that idea. They just couldn't do it because how the fuck? Because like. The only way to really do it is through smartphones right now, and they kind of.
At that time, there were smartphones out at that time.
Yeah, but
that wasn't like super long. That might have been like 09.
The mans were walking with BlackBerry. Nah, I know 8. The first iPhone came out.
Yeah, we had smartphones.
Those shits were trash.
I mean, it wouldn't have been a great development right away.
3G was popping back then. If you had 3G, you were downloading porn at lightning fast.
All that internet shit is fake, anyways.
Internet is fake.
No, I'm saying like the speeds of the internet. I'm pretty sure that we can get way faster speeds on our phones right now, but they're just holding it back at certain times. Exactly.
They're just waiting.
Nigga told me it's internet fake. Think about it. Internet is pretty fake, nigga. You can't see that shit. You can't do anything. You can't tell me like essentially the internet is what, a frequency wave of getting internet so you can connect to the internet?
It's just a bunch of computers connected.
Getting Wi-Fi to connect to the internet. Like,
I don't know, bro.
Exactly.
Don't ask me all this shit. I didn't go to school for this, bro. If you show me a chart about the economy, I could tell you about it, but that's about it.
Alright, so the last thing we're going to end up on is something that ties back to the economy. Tommy Hilfiger's former home is available for $6,075,000. Only reason I'm saying this shit is because Tommy Hilfiger showed me how fucking broke I am. Because I'm pretty sure this is like his summer house in like the Hamptons or some shit like this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the house he didn't normally stay in because he has a penthouse in Manhattan as well.
Oh, it's got the studio and the theater room. This nigga don't make songs or movies.
This shit is fucking amazing. You know how rich people are, anyways. Rich people will let you go to their house and record some shit.
It looks like a villa.
Yeah, no. This is the only time, like, I'm very picky with shit in houses. Oh, not houses, like, I'm very picky with shit in general, anything that has to do with style. But I think this is the only time that I would move into that house just like it is. I won't change anything in the house.
It looks really cool.
That house is super nice.
It's like colonial style.
I won't switch anything in the house. That house is literally perfectly how I want it.
I would switch up the pattern on the lawn.
I wouldn't switch up shit. You mean how the way they cut grass?
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
I'll probably do diamonds.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. They can cut the grass how you want. I can tell you one thing. My ass ain't getting no fucking summertime to cut no grass. That shit was basically slavery that my parents made me get
there,
that shit.
You think you're cutting grass?
Fuck
out of here.
$6 million is actually not that expensive for this house.
I would.
What I think. Because his penthouse is selling for like $100 million, but that shit's like right across from Central Park though.
It's just...
Nigga, I'd rather move in. It's 30 minutes away from Manhattan.
Bro, this shit only got 5 bedrooms. Jay-Z crib got 100.
Only.
Jay-Z has 100.
Only.
Alright, I know who the real
Does this have
is.
square footage of this house? This house is 10,000 square feet. Get the fuck out of here. That's 8 of my houses.
Who gives a fuck?
You're bugging.
It's missing 95 bedrooms.
You're bugging. I guess so, yeah. So that was the last topic we got on today. Telatalk episode 10. It's probably one of our longest podcasts. We're on Spotify, Stitcher,
SoundCloud,
iTunes,
Apple Music,
Google Play.
Yo, thanks for having me. Hope your mom's not mad at me. Also, Young Thug, hit us up. That's all.
All right.